I have a few items like this necklace, a bomb.
Oh, hello. Bombs? How can we get bombs out of thin air?
Yes, but this one might be useful. I also have some healing potions.
Do I look like I'm gonna get hurt?
Deshaun looks at their one.
Maybe. Who knows?
And that's literally just about everything that my character has that's interesting, unless you want to scrutinize me or my character more for what the fuck ever he has on him.
Alright, I'm just gonna turn on and go away and try to study the book even more.
Very well. Anybody else wants to share, say, do something on the road?
Amiria spends some time fiddling with her ears. And being the fact that she's a succubus, I'm hoping she can do this. She's gonna shapeshift her ears into a point. Grab Kel.
What?
By the arm. Drag him over to Armani. And say, hey, we're married. We could be your parents. Look! Points to her ears.
Armani stops on a track and stares at you horrifyingly.
I also stare at Fitzhorn.
And she goes along the lines of, I thanks for the gesture, but it's difficult for me. I'm sorry, but no.
Alright.
Fine. Her ears switch back.
I do feel a bit sorry though, so I'm gonna go over and see. Look, I do not know much of your tradition, but I do know I am at least half an elf. Would this be sufficient?
She kind of smiles gingerly and says, I appreciate all of you trying to help me with this. I really do. But I don't feel like a family bond yet. You're great friends. I'm enjoying my company with you. Or your company. But see, I have no actual family, which will not gonna help me if somebody adopts me now. It's just, it'll pass.
Well, we always had a happily married couple. Just Kel.
Happily is an understatement.
Indeed.
Amiria puts her hands on his shoulder and lifts one leg gleefully and smiles.
What?
I think he was so stunned by what you did, he doesn't remember what happened. Alright. So we're not gonna have another family crisis.
Yay!
Sudden divorce on the field, which will never gonna happen actually. But you approach. It's getting late already. It's evening time. The sun is starting to slowly set. You see Westgate over a ridge, but it's burning.
Shit.
Well, shit.
Damn it!
Which comes to you as a shock as you stop over the hill, but a bit down the hill, somewhere along the road, which is somewhere around this point, you see a camp. You notice its high wooden walls and the flag of the Glorious Sons in the wind around that camp.
Does the camp look intact?
The camp looks intact, it's alive.
The Glorious Sons, do you know them?
The Glorious Sons, you know them, yes. The Glorious Sons is the elite of the Cormyr army.
Oh, okay.
So what? They've sieged Westgate, or are they?
You don't know. You see a camp, wooden walls around it, a fire inside. You can hear the voices of people. Sit several kilometers, 3 or 4 kilometers away from Westgate. It's actually in smoke and burning. Probably for a few days right now.
Is there any specific insignia on the flags or on the banners that would tell us like whose camp this is?
You do see the symbol of the glorious sun, basically a sun on a great shield. On the side of the flag, kind of not easy to spot because of the evening time, you can see a certain number of a cohort. It's hard for you to pinpoint if it's 3, 6, or 8.
Okay, can we roll something to see actually if we have any idea who this person or this?
If any of you has any knowledge about the Cormier military tactics or high nobility, then he can roll probably wisdom.
General Cormier knowledge?
Could work. So you need to recall it, so wisdom once again.
Not history.
You could do history as well, yes. So wisdom based, so.
No, it's int based.
It's in. Oh well.
11.
Really? It's in based? Okay. 11. You don't know. You know that the what you do know is that the Cormier army is separate into different cohorts or legions, in a way, and it's about 13 of them from the Glorious Sons.
Okay. Well, the Glorious Sons are into 13 divisions, basically.
Yeah, despite the 13 divisions, each division has its own commanding officer, and there's one general commands all 13 of them under the guise of the Queen.
Mm.
When does this then?
It's difficult for you to spot. You think it's either 3, 6, or 8, because the flag moves, you can't really see the angles.
Okay.
Maybe we should have someone go down there and eavesdrop.
Sneaky.
Yeah, where's the
Do that.
sneaky one? I look
I am.
around.
Probably me.
Ah, a volunteer. Excellent. Go down. Listen to what they have to say.
I begin to close the distance slowly.
I will send actually my imp behind him. Just
Very well.
to be sure that it doesn't get murdered or something.
Art, as you approach the walls, you can hear chatter within. It's soldier banter about how they fought last time, and there's some soldiers singing songs around the fire. You can hear some laughter, but you also hear faintly from the other side of the camp something that sounds to you like screams, but of people who are being probably treated. You can discern that. Because along those things you can also hear some cries, and you think that soldier banter together with kind of screams will not be like soldiers, murdering, but more of the a camp.
So it's a field hospital.
It's a military camp, and you, as you approach the gates kind of quietly, you don't need to roll for this because it's getting evening time and the guards are in different locations.
Yeah.
You can see through one of the holes within the walls that there's a lot of commotion within. A lot of the Glorious Sons, their blue clad armor, the sun shield, and their swords walking around. You can also see something that looks like civilians, refugees, clothes torn, bloodied, walking around the camp towards a certain area that kind of closes them in, and you can see that there's medicus running around.
So I go relay that all back, and it's essentially just a war camp after a battle. Nothing special really about it.
I'm guessing he's relaying that via the imp to the Shard.
Well, that depends if he knows about the imp being next to him.
I don't think I do. So I will head back.
Does he? That's a question.
He said he doesn't think he does, so I'm guessing not.
I don't think I do.
Unless the Shan tells you.
Yeah.
Which I assume he does.
So I'll head back and just say it's a normal war camp after a battle, and didn't really hear anything of significance.
So this is not like
Dervon?
an Inquisition. Oh, yeah?
With your knowledge about this, the Cormier Lens, you know that there's should be a tavern before Westgate, which should be on that location of that camp, and you think that's actually in there. The camp is around that tavern.
And what's it called?
What do you want it to be called?
The Star and Back?
Sure, the Starnbuck.
Oh, yeah. There's a huge franchise tavern at that camp called the Star and Back. I believe they have taverns all over Cormier.
Oh, it's franchise.
Yes, franchising.
It's a mega corporation, you know. Price
Mega
like EA.
corporation. In medieval times.
Oh,
It's
yeah, of
SB
course.
instead of EA, so it's they make video games.
Magical games.
Star and Back challenge everything.
Alright, I unless someone has an objection, we're gonna approach.
Yeah,
No.
sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Very good. We'll have to jump you to not this map. They need to fix the page thing on Roll20. There we go.
Is Ameria still F airy?
Oh no, I turned my ears back.
It's a bit zoomed in, so you might want to zoom out, and you're over here at the gate.
I was really struggling with the background for me.
Yeah, it will take a bit.
Finally.
It's high quality.
Wait, who's this one?
Made today. That
Good
is
thing.
German
German
paint.
paint.
Oh, yeah.
He's still with you.
Ah, there we are. Did you make this yourself?
Yes, today.
Oh, nice.
Wait, who is that one?
Congratulations.
That's Varys.
Ah,
I'm making most of the maps played lately. All right. As you approach the gate, you can see two guards. One of them seems to be a mage, cloths kind of sticking out of his armors. On sharp observation, at least the one Arcana users, you can see those cloths that are sticking out of his armors are used for buckets for alchemical stuff, general magical things. The other one is a knight. Here his helmet is on, but his helmet is off actually, and you can see his kind of a blonde hair. Everyone sees him as a Cormier highborn, likely. They're standing around the gate chatting, and as they notice you, they kind of turn to you and stop you before the gate. Who be you?
We're weary travelers, just looking for a place to rest for the night.
Oh. Where do you hail from?
All over the place. I am a
Here and there.
Cormier citizen myself.
Cormier citizen. Have you been there in the past few weeks?
Well, let's just say most of us here witnessed firsthand what happened in the capital.
He sighs heavily. It's a major loss. We
Tell
received
me.
reports. The city walls are completely evaporated, and the city itself is burning. There are still screams of people within the city trapped. There's some sort of a red cloud around it. We assume that the demons took it as a stronghold.
How
Yes,
did this
that's-
happen exactly?
We don't know. It was... Well, I wasn't there. He looks at his companion, and the companion shakes his head as well. From the reports we received, and as soldiers we received little, apparently there were red-winged cultists within the city itself, and they opened gates one night. Just everything rushed in.
So you had like demon worshippers within the city? That's horrible.
I know, but Cormier and Arabelle itself is very welcoming for all races. I guess that kind of bites us in the ass.
So is the town? I mean, I guess it's in ruins right now.
Well, we can't see. The walls ourselves are in ruins, yes. But the town is obstructed by a red fog of sorts.
Haven't you tried to go inside? I mean, you are soldiers. You should go inside and do something.
He kind of sighs again heavily, is kind of lets go of his body, like leans on the wall and says, "We are the 6th cohort out of 13. There's only 2 of us left.
Oh, I get it.
We are trying to regroup here, help the refugees as much as possible around the area. Westgate was attacked last night. We managed to battle off, but we expect them to come back. We're trying to have the refugees at least up until morning and leave this accursed place. We're trying to seek refuge within Baldur's Gate and maybe come back with a bigger force. That's as far as I know."
You're abandoning Cormyr? You're
2
abandoning
legions.
your homeland?
We're not abandoning. We're retreating for a while. We need to regroup.
Well, you need to make sure that those demons don't go out of the city. They should be contained here. Just imagine what will happen if they take over more cities. It can be a catastrophe. It's already a catastrophe, but it can be a worldwide catastrophe or a nationwide catastrophe. You should stay here and fight. I mean, think about it.
You can see the Cormyr soldier is trying to hold tears. And doesn't really reply to you. Well, behind him approaches somebody with small retinue. You can see that his armor is a lot more decorated than the other soldiers, but also a lot more battered and scorched. So it used to be a glorious armor, but right now it is just a pack of metal hanging on his body. Still well, and you assume that he is the commanding officer. He puts a hand on the soldier and puts him aside, walks to you. "I heard that you have been in Cormyr and Arabelle during the attack."
We have.
Nasty business, that. How did you manage to escape?
Well, I look over the other ones, looking for an objection.
Well, as you can see,
Um,
we can handle ourselves quite good. As you can probably guess. So, let's say we did not escape.
There's no shame in escaping such a losing battle. I mean, it's much easier to regroup and re-attack rather than, get killed. I mean, we're not the Crimson Legion, unlike your friend there.
Wait, who?
He just stares at you, and he doesn't really stare at anybody specific.
Wait, do we need to go to the city? I mean, what's our objective right now? Please remind me.
Bringing our money to the town at the coast so that she can do something
Baldur's
that
Gate.
Lady Brightmere wanted her to do, like
Yeah,
the
Yeah, but
we
do
need
we
to
have to
get
go
the
like?
Prime
Master?
Do we have to go through the city with the demons, like Westgate, or can we
No.
like circumvent it or something?
The reason you went here is because Westgate was the closest city you can rest in after at least 3 or 4 days of walking.
Yeah.
So I guess we have a choice. I mean, either go away or help them.
There's also a nighttime, and it doesn't request any help at the moment. It just questions you.
Well, yeah.
So just
mean,
to recap for you, Jordan, we were sent from Arabelle to Faerûn by Lady Brightmare by a teleport spell. From Faerûn, we met up with Almani and traveled to Gothamere, which is forest inhabited mostly by orcs, orcish lands. From there, we could decide either to go south on the road from Ormath to Amn, or the Great Plains to Eltogard. We decided to go back into Cormyr to Westgate and follow the trade road to Eversalt, Purple, Easting, Earbor, and Burdusk, and then take the river to the coast, to the west coast.
Basically, you've been traveling for quite a while.
Yeah.
Ever since you left Faerûn. You had
So,
but not much.
if you want to take us to the map, Gav.
I could, yes. It does mean that it will take you a bit time to load the maps. High quality shit as well.
No, it's fine actually. I think it saves it.
Oh, okay, good. You can zoom all the way in. You're currently over here.
Yeah.
You basically, I'm gonna use this.
Yeah. So,
something.
we were in Arabel. But got teleported to Faerûn. And from Faerûn, we took a ship with Armani over to Gothamere. Like that. Traveled the jungle or the forest, or was it the forest or jungle?
Jungle.
Jungle. So in jungle we met some of the weavers, as they claim to be. Although we have met another weaver before, Steve. You might remember Steve.
Yeah, I remember Steve.
Yeah.
Steve!
And at that point we decided to go north instead of going south to taking might be dangerous route for our group, because Arm was inhabited by Eladrin, right?
Yes, Eladrin, who detest any race, even elves themselves.
Yeah. So instead of going fighting off racists, we went north back to Cormyr. And last session, which I lost, we met up with actually friendly orcs, which seemed concerned about the ongoing, well, what has conspired in Cormyr.
So yeah. So you're currently at the X over next to Westgate. You want to take the trade route towards the west, which we know you need to go.
Yes, because there we have a much more friendly route, plus we have cities along the way, plus a trade route from Cormyr to the west coast, instead of going murdering Hobo along the other trade route.
So
Exactly.
where is our where are we going? I mean, what's our final destination?
Your final
Baldur's Gate.
destination is.
I mean,
Baldur's
not
Gate.
final, like this quest.
For this quest, it's over here. Baldur's Gate. This-
Almani is
you-
going there. I mean, we'll take her there.
Yes, you were requested by Lady Brightmere to escort Almani to Baldur's Gate. Almani agreed as well on this escort. She joined of her free will.
Okay.
Right. To the map. To your. Boy, it's all zoomed in. You are over here. Right. The commanding officer seems to be standing still, and he doesn't really let you in yet.
Oh, he's the commanding officer?
It does seem like one, yes, because of his armor. You believe he's one of the commanding officers. He might be the commanding officer of the place, or it might be one of the higher ranks. Not sure, but his armor used to be too glorious for a simple soldier. But right now it's just
Dirty.
a pile of dirty, scorched, battered. You can see
Okay.
holes in it and curves.
Did we receive anything, a seal or letter or something from Lady Brightmere before we were tossed away?
No.
God damn it. Do we have any kind of seal on us? Or anything from the high court of Cormyr? Like those rings we got.
The rings will not be identified, but you did have used back in your very early days a letter of conduct to conduct business in Cormyr, in Arabel, when you did the ghost
Signed
quest.
by?
Lady Brightmere. I believe you've lost it somewhere, but
Deshaun, do you have it?
No, I think that was your character.
I will say you have it
With
with
that.
you. It's been a while, so let's say you have a letter. You can't keep a letter safe, I'm assuming. You haven't lost
Yeah.
your gear, so.
No, nothing yet.
So you do have a letter of contact that applies you to work within the city of Arabelle and for Lady Brightmare in case there's problems.
Sure, and Descharn produces the letter.
Here is our letter of passage. We would
we-
like to rest for the night.
We have done business with the Crown before, and I believe we need to have a talk with you, Commander. In private.
He reads the letter, scrolls it back in, puts it to its side, and stares at you and says, "You all together, indeed."
Well, we are a merry bunch, but yes.
Very well. The humans among you may pass. Everybody else, relinquish your weapons in the armory.
Yes.
And you, and this time he points at the white-haired elf. Keep that murderous cunt away from trouble. Mr. Crimson General, whatever the hell you are. We will not turn any soul down from resting. But you leave first thing in the morning. All of you relinquish your weapons. And also that giant buckethead will stay outside.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna calm him down.
Yeah, we need some humans
But we
to
need to
calm
tell
him
the
down.
truth. Everyone agree on that?
So what he's demanding all of our weapons?
You
All
will
the non-humans.
commanding to all
non-humans.
relinquish your weapons before you enter here. Probably going to be brought somewhere, and you can spend your time here without your weapons.
Wait,
Wait, all of us? I thought it was
he
just
said-
ugly ones.
he said,
Yeah.
no,
It says the humans are welcome to come in, but you all need to relinquish your weapons.
Wait, so if you're non-human, we stay outside? What?
No, you can't come in, but you will be
Not
less.
welcome.
You feel like he's going to be less happy about you in, but he will let you in anyways.
But we need to leave that weapon at the gate.
Can
We
we
need
say
to
fuck
relinquish
him and go rest somewhere else? I mean,
I mean,
Or
closest
maybe
town
we've
to
been
you.
resting around outside for a while. Sure.
yeah, yes, we can,
Yeah,
we can make fire.
could you guys just stay here and I'll go talk to him?
Though, need to remind you that Westgate was just attacked by demons last night, so.
Yes.
Yeah, you can try
and-
talking to him, but I'm saying with this attitude, he can go fuck himself. I mean,
But I'll try to convince him, okay? Considering what we've experienced, this will be golden information for them.
yeah, and we can get override by demons here as well while we sleep. Just think about it.
Well, we will be more overrun if we stay outside the wall.
let's
Yeah.
just sleep light.
We don't have to start out their worlds. I mean, they're obviously clueless and they can defend their own cities. So, do you really think that they can defend us or help us? I mean, you know.
Oh, would you quit your belly aching? If we get overrun, we kill some guards, steal their weapons, and kill the demons.
I hope you're
Yeah.
not saying that too loudly.
When you will die while sleeping,
Oh, no.
you won't be able to steal or do anything, man. Just saying, man.
You know, I think I've realised why they want us to relinquish our weapons.
Yeah, there might be demons. I'm not sure. I mean, do you really know?
Can I just
what-
spin my heel and go towards the commander and say, could I talk to you for a moment?
Can you please check if he's not possessed or
May.
something? Seriously, I mean,
Alright, our group was in the middle of it. Yes, we were in the middle of it, in the High Court. We saw the Queen got struck down. We saw Lady Brightmare fighting with all her magic, and she sent us away. We know the demons who attacked.
And I believe you.
So let us in. We will share what we know.
You
But
may
stay
go
for-
in. That is not
Wait,
the
let
problem.
us stay for the night, but let us keep our weapons. We never know what might attack in the night. You've seen yourself, and I point at the burning city.
That might be true indeed, but you're traveling with this murderer. Ask him whatever you want to know.
Murderer, half
You will have to
orc.
relieve. You will have to relieve your weapons. It is a code of part of the place. No civilian goes in with weapons.
Do
we
we
don't know
look
who
like
might be
civilians?
possessed, who might not be possessed. You look like well-armed warriors who can defend themselves and kill freely. Your weapons will be kept in the armory, safe. You will place them there yourselves. The key to the armory will be given to you for any, necessary things if you need to leave in the morning and there's nobody at the gate to give it to you. But you have to relinquish your weapons due to the fact because it's a military camp. That's 1. 2, you're traveling with a Crimson General who's killed thousands in this conquest, and he's not permitted to go in with his weapon. That is your chance. You may take your chance outside in the woods with the demons. Up to you. You may rest here in the tavern. Drinks are on us.
Oh, okay.
The beds are on us. You can go in, but your weapons stay at the armory.
Alright, so everyone can enter?
Of course. Besides that,
Wait, why does he hate the bodyguard? I mean,
It's about a backstory. My character won't know, but I know.
Gav, was it my other character, that little portal room?
What portal room?
I think it might have been Adric.
Yeah,
My first
Adric.
character that had that, had like a scroll that would open up a magic room that you could put shit in. Through my adventure, I don't see it. It must have been that character.
Must have been a different character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
must have been.
You had that in the group 1 and 2.
hey Gav,
That would
With
be
someone in
handy.
can I have a why do they hate the bodyguard?
He's talking about actually this guy, Raven Vindir, when he's talking about Crimson General.
Who is he? I
Yes.
mean, he's one of us. Sorry for the.
Well,
He's been with you since Faerûn, and he's a friend of Almani's.
Okay, so they hate the Crimson Guard for some reason. They call him-
He points at him as he hates him, yes. About Yeoman Payne, you guys don't know why. You might need to ask that.
Oh,
But Yeoman Payne, I guess he knows what he is. He just leaves him outside.
okay, so they hate on
He's
that
just
on
spooky.
that guy, but we don't know why exactly.
You don't know why because you never asked.
He
him,
hasn't
so he
told
you.
us anything.
Yes.
Can you ask him that, Devron? I mean,
No, I'm talking to the commander.
ask the commander why does he hate whatever his name is.
No, I'm actually not caring about that. I'm still concerned. I don't want you guys to relinquish your weapons. You will be useless in the night.
I think this is a trap.
But
I mean, what the fuck is
we
going
need
on?
rest,
live
and
without
we
my
need.
weapon.
Well, so can I, but can the dwarf? Are we gonna leave Lord Payne outside?
Lord Payne has walked underwater, I think.
Well,
Again,
yeah,
are you actually counting on them to defend us if something happens? They lost their city. They lost like 80% of their force, as they say to me.
they
he said to me,
drove
so-
off Westgate, the last Westgate attack.
I don't know. It's we need to think about it. It's like taking our chances here.
Alright, I'll talk to them. And say, everyone can enter, but we need to relinquish our weapons. Except for Lord Payne, but I guess he should be fine outside. Right, Almani?
What? Yeah, he'll be fine.
And for some reason, they don't like you, Ribbon. I wonder why.
Understandable. He just says understandable and pushes through, gives his weapon forward,
Yeah. Okay.
gets a search above him. The guards look at him with despise. They take out his sword, another 2 axes, and a few daggers, and he just walks past.